a just want to start out by saying thank y'all for y'all patience. Um, I came into this thing with no expectations, just open to see what kind of questions or what kind of way I could help people. Um, so with all the questions in the last month and add in your questions with my intelligence and the background on what I already know in stock, even with this SEMRA stuff, you know what I mean? It's basically just a concept for where we can go back and, you know what I mean, trace, just, you know what I mean, build a corporation and have a visual of like a starting point, basically. So I want to appreciate y'all for that. I'll let y'all know I appreciate that part. So back to these reading these charts. These two stocks are stocks we'll be playing tomorrow, or I'll be playing tomorrow. I'll be doing a live video tomorrow. Like I said, I wanted to make sure I get these live videos right for y'all. So with some fiddling around with that, monetizing. There's an idea made from our group, concessions of questions and knowledge that I kind of put together. So basically, for a day, it's different traders, it's different ways you look at these charts. So as a day trader, what really matters to us is, well, really we follow the whales, we follow the big guys. So you have to know with what the big guys are doing and pick your spots. So right here is you see a graph with the last year, basically. You see 4 quarters, and then you see the beginning, you see that third quarter to the right, all the way to the right, which is, will begin the next quarter for the next year. All it is, 4 quarters is a year, that's all. So investors, what they do, big investors that are like holding, like investing in good stocks that are moving, what they do is they check the last 12 quarters, the last 8 to 12 quarters, 2 to 3 years of growth. You know what I mean? So not every, so even with this pandemic, there are even great companies kind of slowed down. You know what I mean? So that's 3 years is a usual indicator for big guys, the big guys, or swing traders, even new swing traders. This is what they look at. You know what I mean? So as a day trader, we want to kind of follow the same thing. So most big traders, if that stock isn't showing at least a 25 to 50% growth over, like I said, the last 8 to 12 months, it's a little weird with this pandemic basically hitting us this whole year now, but stocks are finally coming back around. So you know what I mean? So it was a little bit trickier during this pandemic, but you can still read the charts. You know what I mean? Like, this is a great company. It's still going up during the pandemic, CMC. And I thought this was 2 good ones to compare. And because this one is an obvious one. Clearly, it's been hitting this mark and past this mark. You know what I mean? For the last year or so. And then on this one, it kind of took a hit with the pandemic or whatever. You know what I mean? And now it's coming back up. So what we want to look at, so we will look at this one a little easier. So what we want to look at, you see where it starts. This one starts second quarter, and you see how this one in the beginning, it started on the second quarter, and this one starts on the third quarter. That's just, these companies just started at different times. That's all it is. They got different quarters, but as an investor, you just look at it as a year. You know what I mean? Last 4 quarters is a year. So this one is pretty easy. You seen, so basically, like I said, it from ones that jump from 25% to 50%. So how would you base that off? So you see on this third quarter one right here, We're reading the quarters at the bottom. You see where the third quarter is? This is the shaded orange, which was the expected. The bright orange is just showing that they exceeded that day. But what you want to check is they're expecting the bottom number and the top number, basically, and see the push ratio, the percentage ratio of growth from there. So how do you get the percentages? At the top, you see on the fourth quarter, the highest, the actual EPS is. We could just look at the numbers on the left side too. The left side numbers is basically already tracking this whole chart. So basically, you see it's at, I'll say 80 cent. It hit 80 cent. The bottom number was 40 cent. 10% of 80 cent would be 8 cent. So I just break it down into halves. It's just to see the movement of growth. So 10% of 80 would be 8. 20. Usually I just use the 20 for a day trader. 20% is good for a day trader, but the 25 or 50 is what the big guys are looking at. And I just want y'all to know, get the mindset of the big guys. So I would just double it. 8 cent, 16 cent will be 20 cent. And like I said, we don't call the numbers. I'm just giving you the mindset of how to think of percentages. When people say you need to know the numbers more, you need to know the percentages than the actual amounts. You need to know the movement of percentages. So 16% would have been a 20% jump from the first quarter, which it was. So you'll see where it says the second quarter, which is their first quarter, it was at 54 cent, 16 cent, which it did go up to, which is a pretty good number. That's why I thought this would be easy to break down. Will be a 20% jump. So even some of the companies that take a hit, but they're great companies still to invest, that will have a good earnings day. They might not even have jumped a 25%, 50%. But what we want to look at is always trying to find the best stocks. That's it. Like I said, we don't control the market. We're one person. You're one person going into the market, battling what everyone else loves. So it's not. So sometimes the thing that you love isn't the best thing best thing popping right now in the market. It's just it's all you come into the market and you take what it gives you. Like we don't own these companies. We just make money off them. So for this one will be a little intriguing tomorrow. Ass might be ass tomorrow. I don't know. They kind of dropping. Like you'll see in their first quarter, which will be either third quarter to start, they were at 84%, and then they dropped basically a little over 20%, 25% down to 42%. So we'll see. So like even this company probably could go up tomorrow if it has a good earnings. It's based off feelings, like, you know what I mean? So we take what the market gives us, we play the volume anyway. But I just wanted to give you the aspect of how we're following this thing. Pretty simple. It's nothing crazy. I got some these live videos coming for y'all tomorrow. I finally figured that shit out. Got set myself up with the Zoom. Finally realizing I could just record my screen and show you guys charts and shit like that. So we definitely gonna get into it. Probably I'm gonna probably do a all day thing with this stock shit, with the market thing. So just stay tuned to that. It's gonna be all day. Keep your ringers on.